Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL ESEA's coverage of Season 2 of Pro League. Myself being Mega Man, Moses once again joining me for the final matchup of this evening. It's going to be 3-Sub versus Team Coast. Inferno is the map. We just saw 3-Sub get beat up pretty handily by Luminosity on Cash, and we saw the Coast basically destroy Follow Esports on this very same map earlier this evening. So what do you think they've got for us this evening, Moses?
It could be another SmackDown. These two teams recently head-to-head in SIBO match, and this was about a month ago, granted. But I mean, Coast beat 3-Sub 16-4 and 16-5. Neither of them were on Inferno, but I mean, 3-Sub just not playing too well in this map. They're 1-4 in the last 3 months on it. Their one win came over Complexity just about a week ago. And it's just, I mean, this is another map that they seem to struggle on. And Coast, we saw how good they were on it earlier. They smacked another team around. So 3-Sub, I mean, after a loss like that, if you get out to a slow start, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're just going to slip right back into that feeling of, oh no, not again. So 3-Sub's going to have to come out with something very, very good.
Starting CT side would definitely make them feel a little bit better about themselves, especially on this map, but we'll have to see once we get into the ninth round. We do have 10 in the server. We're just waiting for him to ready up here. But again, I tend to agree with you. I think this is just going to be another beatdown here on Inferno. I think that that the Coast has got a pretty good-looking Inferno from what we saw in the first matchup. I mean, it wasn't like they were doing anything real flashy. I like that they went aggressive, switched things up a whole lot on their CT side. You know, we saw the aggression in the pistol round, and they didn't really relent into the eco rounds either. So it was very, very cool to see them go for that fast-paced opening strategy. But it's really going to be, how is 3-Sub going to be able to adapt to that? How are they going to be able to try to overcome that? And only time is going to tell here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a SmackDown per se, like we just saw on Cash, or like we saw Coast do earlier on Inferno. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that, but I still think it'll be a pretty hefty victory in the way of Coast. Just like I said, I mean, 3-Sub's going to have to pray they start on the CT side. They're going to have to get out to a hot start. They can't go down early, or else they might just fully collapse. But yeah, I mean, we just saw Stanislaw do more. They were monsters on this map earlier tonight. So 3-Sub's got a tall task ahead of them in terms of that defense that we saw at a Coast, and also just mentally overcoming the fact that they just got smacked around on DE Cash.
Smacked around indeed. 16-6 for Luminosity on that one, as you saw Cold and Fur going absolutely ape on that map. And we're going to see whether or not 3-Sub can recover from that brutal beatdown, because obviously the Coast, they're going into this one with a lot of confidence. They just won 16-3 against Follow Esports on this very same map, and we'll see how they do once we get this one underway. It looks like we do have Invert into the server, and we should be getting this one live here in just a few moments, guys. So just bear with for the time being, but it's gonna be pretty good, guys. Should be a good matchup. I think this, obviously, it's going to be a little bit closer than the previous matchups have been, but I still got to hand this one to the Coast. Their CT, or their Inferno looked good.
Yeah, here's the thing as well. There's a couple things. Arya with his AWP just could not find success on Cash. This is an even harder map to op on. Davey preferring to lurk. If he's going to lurk into these into the A tunnels, which as a terrorist is basically one of the only places you can really lurk. I mean, if the rest of his team is just locked out due to too many Molotovs and smokes, he's going to have a very ineffective time as a lurker on this map. So, I mean, that's the thing. They have to do damage. They can't let the economy build up in the first 5 rounds like we saw Luminosity do to them. They're going to have to stabilize pretty early on.
Well, that was one of the things that the Coast actually did extremely well in their previous matchup, was stack up the economy early on their CT side, and they're going to get the opportunity again here, and we'll see if they do that same aggressive strategy down mid. I really enjoyed seeing that in the pistol round, the last matchup that we saw them play against Follow Esports, and only time is going to tell if they pull that rabbit out of the hat again and see if they go full aggression in the pistol round again here. So, Team Coast on the CT side, you don't think they're going to go for it?
No.
You think 3-Sub was watching the match?
I don't even know if 3-Sub. I would be shocked if they weren't, but I don't think that Coast is going to do that twice in one night either way. I would expect some kind of aggression towards B, maybe 3 players, and I realized that the pistol round had already started when I called that, but still, I am clairvoyant.
Oh, all right. You're going to call it clairvoyance. I'm going to call it you watched it happen. Nevertheless, we are going to see some very fast aggression from the terrorist side of Threesup through the apartment hallways. One down already at Boiler, but Drake, see you later. Going to tap him away. He's got one more to beat, but he comes around the side. That's Jason R. Davey finds Dumore. We're on a 3v2, but this fast flank up mid. They've already sent one arch side. They've got one just watching for Boiler. Now the peak comes out here in middle. And that's going to be Invert getting a nice headshot there onto Jason R. Takes him down. Davey going to be our last man standing. Invert takes the battle and wins it. And Coast take another pistol round.
Yeah, Drake just clotheslines a couple people coming out Boiler. Just doesn't let him make any progress whatsoever. So a good pistol round out of Coast. And this time the aggression comes from Banana. They push all the way down to get that nice flank going. And in this second round, it doesn't look like Threesup's too interested in investing in the armor, so it's just Abe who buys up a Tech 9. The rest of them have gone with absolutely nothing, but it looks like they're still considering some things, so some Deagles and P250s bought up late.
This looks like a familiar setup here on Team Coast. This is exactly what they bought the last time that we saw them win the pistol round in the previous matchup. They had the P90s on Dumore and Stanislaw, and already a fast push up mid. Stanislaw, he got a 4K in that anti-eco round the last time. He's already got one to his name this time.
Yeah, and that's really curious. Look how aggressive Arya was just at mid. Look where the rest of his teammates are. So no one even there to trade with these pistols whatsoever. So, I mean, that might just be a sign of things to come if there's some bad attitude going on or some just mentally out of it. But either way, Arya just solo rushes up mid and gets cleaned out.
Ballsy play, but unfortunately it's not going to pay off for him. And now they're going to be working their way up mid. All four of them very, very slowly here. They do have bracket control, but Invert's got the 5-7 around the corner. They've got no flash to pop around this corner either. Jason R is going to pop his shoulder out, and Invert's going to do a little bit of damage, but Stanislaw gets 1 and 2. And 3, that's going to be the quad again. This is a replay of the last matchup.
Yeah, very, very curious. Threesup just getting bracket control, but not doing anything with it, just allowing a lot of time for Coast to, peek for information and not being aggressive whatsoever. They didn't have any smokes or flashes to do the execute, so kind of curious they weren't going for any kind of a trade whatsoever. But either way, not too much of an investment into that round. They're all sitting around 3,000, 3,400, so they're going to buy up Davey at least, gets a Tech 9, so does Jason R, so does Arya, so some more late buys. And this time they invest in some smokes and some flashes.
It'll be fascinating to see where they go if Arya's just going to barrel up mid again and sacrifice himself. Hopefully not, because he does have the bomb, but the nade down mid finds some good damage. They nade down Banana as well. That's not going to find the damage they were looking for. Now Draw Soul over top of this Chuck smoke outside of the B-bomb site. He's going to be looking for something over here with that FAMAS in hand. As you can see, they do have a flashbang lined up. They're going to pop flash around the corner. This could catch him out, but he's going to be behind the car. He doesn't get blinded from it. Draw Soul and Drake, or pardon me, yeah, Drossel and Drake over here at this B-bomb site going to just completely annihilate that push. Jason R actually TKing his teammate, so he's going to be starting off with a 0-3 scoreline after picking up one earlier in this matchup, but 3-0 for Team Coast.
I mean, this is so very similar to even what happened to Threesup on Cash, because they only have 1 kill in these first 3 rounds, so they've done no damage whatsoever. And now you see, I mean, Drossel keeps the FAMAS, Stanislaw keeps the P90, so does Dumore. They have so much utility built up, and if Threesup has got to do damage this round, if they're in another situation where the opposing team wins with this kind of a buy and gets some free AK-47s, they're in a lot of trouble.
Already going for that banana control here on the terrorist side. You can see Jason R, Abe, and Arya all up in this direction right now. Kiko's trying to hold that mid push as well as Davey. There's your lurk over towards that A hall. And we'll see if he can be effective here. The flashbang comes around the corner and actually blinds Jason R and Abe at the top of banana, as well as the smoke going out. But that's a pretty early smoke at 1:15. I'm not sure if Invert threw that from Arch side. I see a smoke still on Draw Soul and a smoke on Drake. So yeah, that came over from the A bomb site. So that's a smart smoke, holds him back a little while longer. Bomb's still down at the bottom side of the banana hallway. Abe's going to go back and retrieve that. And let's see where they decide to go here. They are setting up for some Molotovs in towards the B-bomb site. That's probably going to be trying to flush Drake out of position. They do have Jason R up close, but Draw Soul playing this position from CT spawn. And look at that.
Yeah, and they have one more Molotov behind the smoke, so they're going to run this clock down super low. Yeah, I mean, this is insane, and there goes Davey on that lurk. Like I said, his team's locked behind smoke, so he cannot be effective whatsoever. Now Drossel's going to throw out the Smolly. One's going to sneak by it. Drake's got a lot of work to do here.
Well, they fell back. I'm not really sure what's going on. There you go. Jason R was the one that got in through water, but Draw Soul, he's going to be there to try to lock it down. He's going to get slammed up here through the smoke. He's going for the return spam, but he's not going to find anything. The bomb will get planted with only 14 seconds on the clock, but still a lot of work for the terrorists out of Threesup to do on this, and Abe is going to make short work of Invert. That's the AWP down. Arya's going to get caught out after getting a crack on a Dumore, and there's another one. Abe, he gets the shot off, and Stanislaw can't get it done, so the first gun round is going to go the way of Threesup. Team Coast not able to get that retake happening there, as it will be another buy round for them. You can see they do have the money. They're going to drop some rifles over.
Yeah, I mean, that's a round that Coast shouldn't lose. They played that perfectly with the Molotov. I came out a little bit late, and that's the thing. Drake did not see Jason R run past him, so he was already in the pit over by Grill when Drake swings out, and it's basically just a free kill for Jason R. That's the only entry they needed, so small little mistake that causes that defense to collapse, but now there's M4s across the board on Team Coast. Triple push down B, made with Kiko with a nice shot. Good trades going in the way of 3-sup, now down to a 4-on-3, but they're not ready for the third person, and that's the bomb, so Drake can hold out a little bit longer. I mean, the rotation's coming in. Stan's going to be there very, very quickly. There's a time limit, and Abe cleans him up. There's Arion to do more. But Stanislaus still holding things down 1-on-2. He's got a chance here.
He actually gets his way over behind here, but he's going to get mollied out. The flashbang's out, but Davey pre-fires and takes him down. I thought maybe some heroics there from Stanislaus. He had him blinded, had him lined up. Unfortunately, he's not going to get an opportunity there, and Davey is going to be able to take him down. So 3-sup does find their second round on the board, and that's going to force a save from Team Coast. This is a situation they weren't even in the entire first matchup that they played.
Yeah, they needed this too. They needed to get off to a good start. So now they're going to get, they have a great chance to get up towards 3 rounds very, very quickly. So already on the T side, looking good in the first portions of this half.
And look at this, 3-sup reading the situation properly. They did pick up the AWP for Arya, but a MAC-10 for Abe and Davey. They're trying to put that extra cheddar in the bank, see if they can pick up a couple of these MAC-10 kills. Davey does have 3450, so he decided to pick up that MAC-10 knowing that they were going to be on the save here. And that's a smart play.
And Abe just trying to poke and prod, see if they can find a stack. I think he only spots one. It's going to be Dumore with the Deagle, but that pushes them back over towards the A bomb site. They don't even want to mess with it. So Stanislaus is just here, just peeking for anyone to come up mid. Kiko is going to challenge him in a second here.
Gets spotted, and now Stan is going to have a little bit of information. They might try to provoke a rotation back over towards the A bomb site, but Stanislaus working his way back into the site. Going to try to bide time now. The smoke comes out. Davey trying to lurk over here in the A bomb site and make something happen. They do have Abe over in Banana to try to keep him honest on this rotation, but it's really going to be all on poor Stanislaus over here in this A bomb site, and he's going to get wrapped on, but they're actually going to go for the CT split, and they're going to push out from B, and Abe should have a field day here, but he goes down, and now the bomb is exposed. Arya all by himself. He could go down here, and they actually find Davey. Jason R is going to find another one, and they're still trying to poke in towards this B bomb site, so a lot of action happened, and not a strat that I thought was actually going to come out, but Arya goes for the peek. He goes down. One more to beat, and that's going to be Drake going down finally to Jason R, and Stanislaus on the big flank. Up Banana. And it doesn't really look like he's going to be able to do too much here. He does pick up a MAC-10. That bomb is going to get planted. Oh, nice shot onto Jason R. He could do this. 1v1 against Kiko. He's in the backside of the bomb site. He's going to go for the reload. I think he knows that he's back there, too. There's the peek. Now he knows that he's got the MAC-10 flashbang out to water. Not going to find anything just yet. Kiko goes for the peek, and Stanislaus takes him down, and they steal the round. What a patient play from Stanislaus.
Yeah, I mean, really smart. He had a lot of time, and on that big flank, he just chooses the right time to pounce as that bomb is getting planted. So it's basically, a one-on-one. He has that isolated battle as the bomb goes down, and then he just wins it from there. And surprising, not a lot of aggression, just hiding behind that pillar in the one-on-one, just either get into bigger cover or take the fight. But either way, just when we say the 3-sup gets started on the right foot, I mean, they drop an eco around there, and that's crushing. There is going to be another buy with that plant. But a good round from Coast.
And it's kind of funny that you said, he didn't have a lot of cover over in his area behind that pillar. He needs to either find more cover or take a fight, and he tried to do both, and he lost at both of them there in the long run. So, great job from Stanislaus, and now we just see a quick couple of frags coming out from Invert. It is another buy round here, too. They went for the 3-play on the B bomb site, and they do manage to get a 2-for-1 in favor of the CT side here. So, not a bad start for Team Coast in this gun round.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a great trade. So 2 kills for Invert, even though he gets burned out. Now this is a double pit setup. We see it as Stanislaus and Dumore, and this was so effective in their earlier matchup. It's going to be so hard to flush him out of position. They do have a Molotov and 2 smokes on the 3-sup side, but it's going to be Davey in these halls who's going to try and lurk this out. This Molotov will be able to push Dumore out of position behind the pillar.
That nade, though, the return nade, he dinks him with it, too, and drops him 55 HP on that nade. He's going to be able to spot Kiko over by truck. Kiko actually working his way up, and Dumore is going to win that battle. And again, the bomb is isolated all by itself. Some miscommunication going out from the 3-sub side. Davey behind that smoke can't do anything, and now he's stuck all the way in the backside of these apartment halls. He's going to try to make a play, and Dumore's going to shut him down. And just like that, Team Coast pick up their 5th.
Yeah, I mean, this is just 3-on-2 at that bomb site, and they come in one by one. I mean, Abe leaves the bomb all alone in that lane side to try and wrap, but it's not quick enough to help him out in any way. Davey's stuck behind his own smoke. He can't do anything, so they make no progress in flushing that double pit out. And now it's going to be another eco. Stanislaw picks up the P90. And I look at this utility. There's all these smokes, all these Molotovs and nades, and it all starts with that initial kills over towards the B bomb site by Invert. That just really prevents 3-sub from doing anything they might have wanted to do, and more nades to get early kills.
And Arya's already down to 15 HP as well. Abe took a little splash damage too, but it's just a tough spot for him to be in, and a footstep and alternate mid's going to alert Stanislaw that somebody is over in that position. That's going to be Davey going up into halls yet again. That bomb working its way towards the B bomb site, but the smoke is out. A minute and 15 on the clock, and one player extremely low. Let's see if Drossel goes for a little bit of pre-fire through this smoke. It would be a beautiful thing. They're just going to try to walk on in, but it's a bit of a treacherous play there.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to get mowed down eventually. They have no utility. There's even Drossel has the Molotov still, and Drake's just on these spindles. This is going to be a turkey shoot. Once again, Davey lurking over towards the A bomb site. They're trying to give him time to find something before they hit this B bomb site. They want to see if he can grab a lucky kill to force a rotation.
And there you go. Actually, Davey's going to go down to the hands of Invert, spraying wildly, trying to see if there's going to be a repeat. And Stanislaw coming around is going to find the shot onto Arya, the 15 HP player down and out. And now the last two are trying to make their way up mid. And there's one more for Stan and a third. That P90 again, I mean, just paying dividends for him in the long run. 6-2 now for Team Coast.
Yeah, and I'd like to see 3-sub just get aggressive early on. I mean, maybe not towards Banana where there's heavy pushes going on. It's going to be hard with this kind of utility behind Coast right now because they have all their smokes, they have all their Molotovs, but I mean, 3-sub can't just sit behind smokes these entire rounds and just let Davey try and lurk a kill over towards A. That's not going to work.
And again, staying on the P90 is going to be Stanislaw. They go for a little bit of an aggressive nades down the Banana Hall site. That's all, folks. Can't even say words right now.
Jesus.
The timing on that was perfect. Needless to say, 6-2 is your scoreline, and 3-sub. They look equally as confused as Follow Esports did on their terrorist side. They're just not finding anything in that nade.
Like, there's so much damage being dealt because 3-sub's just, like, look at them. They're not doing anything, but look at all the damage they've taken. So, like, these nades from Coast are being brutal, and now Invert just spraying through the smoke. Gets 3 kills. What a job by him these past couple rounds. Getting some early kills, and the bomb is all alone on Rap side. So where are you going to go?
Well, right into Kiko's, or right into Invert's crosshair, most likely. I mean, Kiko's just stuck over here on the arch side, and there's so many CTs just spying on his area. And Stanislaw is going to find him. So they know that he's over here. He's just stuck. There's really nothing he can do. He's going to peek out. He takes the fight with Drake, takes the fight with Stanislaw, and he loses. Team Coast is going to be up 7-2.
Yeah, I mean, this is just 3-sub's not really doing anything. Coast is just playing so passively. They have all the time in the world to save their utility. There's no pressure being put up on by 3-sub. They don't seem to have a plan behind these smokes. Any kind of execute to get through a smoke to get some kills, force some rotations. You're going to have to sacrifice players to do it and then just win in the mid game. But I mean, coming into a 5-on-5 execute, it's just not going to work right now because Coast has all the nades needed.
And there you go, the nade's down. Banana going to find the damage. The Molotov goes out, but it fizzles, and they're already pushed in through. And Kiko's actually going to get a shot at one, but there it is. Drake and Drossel. They have been so good at this B bomb site with the exception of one snafu, and that will be them just cleaning house. Drake with the quad.
Well, yeah, it's funny because in the first match we saw Coast, they were winning based on their defense at the A bomb site. This time they're winning based on their defense at the B bomb site, just mowing people down. So 4 AK-47s that they've salvaged over the past, 5-round win streak ever since they ecoed 3-sub. So what's the plan now? Both teams have full utility. They can do whatever they want, but like I keep saying, keep repeating, 3-sub's got to find a way to get past these smokes and the choke points.
And see, this is the Team Coast that I wanted to see. I mean, they won their opening match of the of ESL Pro League against Conquest on Cobble, and then floundered 3 matches in a row, and now they're back and they're looking to go 2-0 for the evening and get back to an even 3-3. And that is a good start to the season. And again, we'll have to see how it pans out for them. But this is the Team Coast that I wanted to see. This is the team Coast I wasn't expecting to see.
And this is a pretty clever A setup. There's 3 players here. One's boosted up onto the balcony, one's underneath the balcony, and one's in lane watching for any kind of Hall's aggression. But if there's any push by 3sup up middle, if they try and go lane side, they're just gonna get cut down.
Lucky for them. Oh, Jason R. Taparuski onto Drake over the B-bomb site, just takes him down with the one shot. See you later, deleted off the map, and he's going to be all by himself at B, talking about Draw Soul now. Nice shot from Jason R.
Yeah, that's aggression that's not needed. Now so much pressure put onto Draw Soul. He's forced back. He's playing in the corner like NBK. Can he hold it? Can he delay as long as possible? Rotations are going to be a long time coming. Grabs the first one, can't spray down the second one. He does some pretty decent damage to Jason R, but it's going to be a 3-on-3 retake.
But again, this lurk from Davey is just not doing anything for the terrorist side. He's died almost every single time on it. He's sitting at 2-10 right now, and he's just been unable to lurk properly into those B halls or into that apartment halls. And now they just got to deal with this one player in Abe. They fully flashed a couple of players. He's going to get traded out here by Invert, but the damage has been done. 2 versus 1. Invert trying to go for this one. He's got one over by Garden. Pulls out his knife in. The worst possible timing on that one. 8-3 is going to be your scoreline. 3sup able to steal another one away. But look at this economy on the CT side of Coast. Wow.
Yeah, it's massive. And that's just because, I mean, there's no damage dealt by 3sup in the rounds they've been losing through this. I mean, there's, you know, if you go back and look at the streak, 5 players, 4 players, 5 players, 4 players. I mean, they only lost like 2 players in 4 or 5 rounds, so it's absolutely insane. But Invert's back on that AWP, and they're going to do another triple push down B. And this has been a big battle throughout this entire half.
Invert's going to fry. He goes down, but Drake is there to pick up one. He does some substantial damage, and they drop the bomb into the mine. Oh, no, that nade! Oh, he threw that nade right into Draw Soul's crotch.
Yeah, I don't know why 3sup is so dedicated towards trying to get this banana control, because they're outgunned, they're out-utilitied. I mean, there's Molotovs and nades everywhere, so they're just taking far too much damage. I mean, they have 3 players alive, but Arya's at 10 HP, so what can they really do here? This is basically a 2-on-4, and they fall back, and now there's a smoke in the choke points, and now they have no map control whatsoever, and they're all beat to hell.
Yeah, they lost the man advantage in that exchange in banana, and now they got to research another avenue of attack. They're going to go for a little bit of a cheeky play over there towards mid to try to draw some sort of a rotation, and it actually has kind of worked. I mean, Draw Soul has joined them over the A bomb site, but Drake, he's got another smoke. They are going to go for the molly over towards the B bomb site, and now he's just going to drop the molly back behind the smoke, and there's no push coming in from 3sup. They keep dropping these Molotovs over to first oranges. Davy's going to find the rotation on the backside of the B bomb site. And now they've got the rotation coming all the way back around towards mid, but do they have time for this? They're going to have to hustle. They're trying to draw another fake out, and look at this. They actually bite this time. Coast going to go for the A-bomb site, and that's not where the bomb is going. Brilliant job there from Davey, able to pick off that frag and rotate him on out.
No, yeah, and I mean, it's just you said it, over rotation. There wasn't even anyone spotted on the side of 3sup. So Davey falls down. That's Drake, but a nice shot from Arya. That saves things, because if Arya had fallen there, that round's over. Now Draw Soul's got to find A close up, and he does. He gets that kill. Arya 10 HP, playing over towards Banana with the AWP. He's got the angle, but he doesn't really have the health, although there's no smokes, no flashes that left on Coast. If he gets that pick, he does.
He's going to pop a shot around the corner. Arya hears the footstep. He knows that he's not on the bomb, and now what's he going to do? He knows he's not on the bomb. He doesn't see the spaghetti noodles sticking out there, and now he's got to stick the defuse. Gets the shot anyway, but it's too late. 3sup going to go 2 for 0 now in these last couple of rounds, and they're going to get their 4th.
Yeah, and that's all Arya could have done with that HP. And I've talked about, he had 10 HP at the beginning of that round, so I mean, he wins a crucial 1-on-2, but I mean, just fake shooting and just praying that he doesn't stick it, because he knows if he gets into any actual kind of gun battle, if he peeks someone who fake defuses, he's basically dead. So, I mean, he gets fortunate there that there was no smoke and no kind of if Jostle just doesn't stick that.
So again, the aggression coming towards the banana hallway. Jason R going to be down there at the bottom side by tree, not going to find any action in his area, but look at the damage that's already gone out on the terrorist side.
Once again, at least they have full banana control now. I mean, they didn't lose anyone. At least they've gained something for taking that damage. It just might be, once again, too much to overcome. Abe
down to 21. Jason R, a little splash damage onto him at 78. They're still favoring towards this B-bomb site. No rotation coming from the CT side. They're going to speed things up here. 3-steps Aria is already out in front of this smoke. Flashbangs come around, but they're fully blinded in the site. And look at that draw soul. He's playing it smart. He's just hiding in that smoke. They haven't been able to sniff him out just yet. He hasn't pushed in. He's got a really good opportunity here. If he doesn't get spotted, he's going to push on through. He's able to find one, able to find the second one before he goes down, and that's going to leave it up to Stanislaw and Doomork. And Davies Lurk finally going to be effective this round as he finds one. Now they got to get themselves out of dodge, and Davies so disconnected from his teammate. If Kiko goes down, the defuse could be hold. Oh my God, Stanislaw is going to win the round.
Yeah, I mean that's nice play from Stanislaw. Really aggressive, recognizing how far away Davey is at that moment. Knows he's got a 1-on-1 at the B bomb site after he gets that first kill, and he just sticks the defuse. So good win. That, like you said, that flight from Davey finally gets him a kill, but loses him the round overall. So Coast gets away with one there.
Beautiful job. Great awareness there. Stanislaw doing work that round. And again, it's going to be a 9-4 scoreline. But again, that money situation is going to get really tough here. As you can see, the AWP in the hands of Invert. He's going to find the opening pick. Kiku down and out from T-Ramp. And that's just an unfortunate start as that early frag already going the way of Team Coast.
Well,
they're looking for that 11-4.
Yeah, and also, yeah, this is just to mention that this is the last buy that 3-step has. I mean, when they lose this round, next round is going to be a force buy with just pistols and armor. So they've got to make something happen here.
There's the smoke out from the A site over towards the B bomb site, and they are going to be having a Molotov behind this as well. Let's see if Jason R is going to pop flash out or what they decide to do. There's the pop flash from Jason R. They're going to go ahead and barrel on through the smoke. The Molotovs come out. Look at him roast. Jason R goes down. Aria is going to find a little bit of damage, but there it is. Before Drawso goes down, he's able to find an M4 frag and another roast on Aria, and then leaves Davey in a 1 versus lot. Flashbang around the corner. They're not really going for the peaks just yet. Stanislaw is going to peek out. And there you go. Doomore shuts him down. 10-4 now in favor of Team Coast.
Yeah, no plant. I mean, that's the heartbreaker. So I'm not even sure if we'll see a rifle in this round out of 3-step. They don't really have the money. Abe's got that Tech 9. He buys up a smoke. Another Tech 9 bought up for utility. It's going to be all pistols here. So good round for. And you can see Stanislaw knows it. He just buys up a P90.
Yeah, I mean, no reason not to. He's 15-5, 15-6 for Drawsoul, 13-9 for Drake. They've really kind of all stepped up. You probably feel really good about your Vulcan pick having Stanislaw, especially when he goes ham sandwich with that P90 from 1.5 miles away and picks off 2 anyway.
Yeah, and that's smart, actually, by Team Coast. I like that call to get aggressive because they have the pistols, so don't let them be the aggressors. You take the fight to them, you catch them off guard. They don't have the arsenal to push you back whatsoever. They only have the Tech 9, so just clean them up as they're coming out of that choke point, and just everyone gets they mow them down. And that might be actually why Stanislaw bought the P90 with that call of that push down mid, with him leading the way with the P90. Never has to stop so many bullets.
Second half pistol round going to be underway here. Team Coast on the terrorist side now. See if they can capitalize on a win here. Now, they lost the pistol round the last time, but then they had the eco that they won immediately afterwards. They're hoping that they don't have to resort to that again this time, but it is going to be kind of relatively the same strat. You can see Kiko actually aggressive. He's going to drop that nade into Alt, and it's going to find some decent damage.
Yeah, and Stan's got a smoke, so they're just going to pop flash their way up mid. That actually blinds 2 players. Kiko's got some free shots. He gets 1, gets traded off immediately. But now they have bracket control. Arya and Davey have rotated over, but Arya falls before Davey can do anything. He's in the back of the site, though, and if he's patient, he could catch him off guard.
Doesn't spot one going into Graveyard. He knows that Invert's in the site. He's spotting for a head, but Invert's going to come around the corner, and he gets picked off by Drawsoul, so the patience all for naught. He's going to go down in the long run. Spotting the ass of Drawsoul, Abe's going to be able to take him down with a shot to the tush. That's going to leave Drake, and, now just Drake as Jason R. completely eliminates Invert off of the map, and, shot to the back. A little miscommunication going on here, and Drake, he's going to have to go big. They're sticking the defuse, and he's not able to get it done. So that is going to be the pistol round victory for 3-step in a much, much needed round.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Drake runs out of bullets. Jason R causing enough of a distraction just to occupy his time, and he can't get that kill onto the diffuser, even though there was a good angle for it. So a big win for 3-step and a retake. That was a 2-on-3 retake, I believe, and they win it. So nicely done from them. 5-11 now. They've got to stabilize. They can't lose the second round, and it shouldn't be too much trouble because there's no armor investment from Coast. It's just some upgraded pistols.
Yeah, but I believe we saw this the last time. I don't think that they had armor in the round that they ecoed Fallow Esports either.
Yeah, perhaps not. But those kind of things should not happen. So to see them happen twice in one night would be insane. Although I think it was like the first match of the season that I casted last week with Complexity, where they won like 7 eco rounds or something like that, or something crazy.
Yeah, what was it? That was the Complexity
Cash
enemy
versus,
GG.
enemy. Yep.
Yeah. And it ended up being 16-14, mainly because of all of those eco rounds. Enemy would have destroyed them. I mean, really. Here comes the push-up truck side. It's going to be a spray down. Abe's going to get 1, 2, 3 in a row. No, and Davey's going to steal one away. Abe spamming away with that P2000. Finds the last one as Jason R chimes in. And it's over in the blink of an eye. 6th round on the board now for 3-sub.
Yeah, so with that plant, they actually go, with the plant in the first round, they're going to go for this 3rd round buy, and it's actually pretty decent out of them. 4 AK-47s, 1 Tech 9, so Sanazak can get a Molotov, and, you know, they've got the advantage in this round. There's 2 P90s and a FAMAS on the board, so this could be a round for Team Coast to get them on the board early.
A much-needed round indeed. If they can hurt that economy again on the 3-sub side, keep them down on the money like they did in the last half. But here's a very aggressive push. The flashbangs into alternate mid. Nabe is going to be able to connect onto Dumore, takes him down. Now the nade into alternate mid finds great damage onto Stainless Law as well. So that's the opening that 3-sub has been looking for.
Yeah, that was a really nice peek, and a pop flash actually blinds Davey back into the pit, but Abe's there to bail him out with another one, and this attack is getting stalled out. They're so slow. Nice shot from Drake. He gets straight up by Davey, though. One more in the site to deal with. That's Invert. Takes him out, but once again, Davey, 2 kills in this round, just standing tall in pit, and it's just Stanislaw. And he takes his time, he goes for the kill, they line up for him, but he can't get Arya. The Tech 9 bullets just go a little bit wide. So that's the 7th round now for 3-sub.
And they're looking pretty good so far on their CT side. We got ourselves a bit of a match now. It started looking like it was going to be a bit of a blowout there at the beginning, but 3-sub, they were able to rattle off a couple of rounds on their terrorist side. You know, it was only a handful, but picking up that pistol round and subsequently that first gun round is going to put them right into the driver's seat here. And if they can continue to capitalize on their CT side defense, it's going to look pretty good for them moving forward.
Yeah, that's a smart play by Abe, though, early on in that last round. A peek window like that, he gets a kill, gets away, but he also has all the information in the world, so the only danger that 3-sub is really in at the moment is their economy is so bad because they've been losing a couple players. So there's Abe getting another first kill. He's got to be careful. There's 3 coming out hall, so Davey's going to spray 1 down before he gets traded off. But really, there's nowhere for these terrorists to go inside the pit.
And again, Drawsoul trying to make his way out from the boiler side. Jason R's P90 is there to shut him down, and it's just on Dumore. And maybe a little lucky spam through the smoke might have found him. But Jason R's P90 reigns supreme. And that is going to be an 8th round now for 3-sub.
Yeah, and it's good that I don't even think they lost anyone that round because, nope, they did lose 1 player, but, I mean, they build up a little bit of a bank so they can buy next round if they happen to lose. It's only Davey who's really hurting on economy down at 1,800.
And again, Arya, he's kind of been slow to start here. And we'll have to see if he can bring it back. I mean, he's sitting at 9-14. Kiko is at 4-17, but it's really been Abe doing work for him so far. He's 17-15, keeping him alive. Terrace out of Coast has been kind of fragging together as a team, 18-12 being the top to bottom, so only 6 frags separating their top fraggers to their bottom. And their bottom is Invert, who is their notorious AWP.
Yeah, and much like the first half, it's just the terrorist team getting banana controller, attempting to it, and they didn't find any pressure, so they got it for free. No damage really taken whatsoever. 1 lurker, Drawsoul, playing much like Davey did. He's lurking over towards alt mid, and this is just going to be a typical B hit once these smokes fade.
There's a smoke into the top side of mid from Drawsoul. You can actually see some flashes going around, but a little preemptive on that throw there, and it's going to be a flat bang around the corner, but Drake is going to find him completely blinded. He's got 1 more to beat over here in CT spawn. That's going to be Jason R trying to make his way through the smoke, but he's going to get caught by Dumore. Fact spam in chat on that one as we do see him spray him down through the smoke. Drawsoul is going to lose that battle in mid to Davey, and Abe is going to be able to take down Drake. Abe going to be able to find another one, and it's down to a 2 versus 2. Now, Dumore, don't overextend yourself as they both double up into emo.
Yeah, and 2-on-2 now. There's a defuse going on, and he's going to get it. No one's peeking whatsoever. Invert thinks there's going to be a fake, and there's not. So, I mean, for Coast to lose that round, they had the bomb site in a 5-on-3. They get a little bit too aggressive through their smokes, feel a little bit too comfortable, and they get dropped out. They get taken away. So, I mean, that gets stolen out right from beneath them, but still a lot of damage taken by 3-Sup. Economy still brought down very, very low on 3 of their members.
And again, that was a fantastic retake from 3-Sup. Don't take anything away from them. Team Coast playing that one a little bit wrong, but 3-Sup capitalizing on those mistakes and punishing them for it. So they're going to be within 2 rounds now of tying this one back up at 11-all. So great job from 3-Sup, not losing their composure. They're going to see some nades down in mid, and that little crack in the smoke is going to yield Abe yet another kill. Davey on balcony, he's going to come under fire, but he's going to be able to locate one. And the other 2 are just going to abort. But Davey peeking out finds Drake. Good awareness across the board here from the 3-Sup side. They look like a completely new team moving forward in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Abe's doing so much work. He only gets 1 kill this round, but finding these first kills in the past few rounds is massive. For 3-Sup, and he's doing it largely alone. It's not like he has a lot of teamwork with him. He's just being aggressive, peeking mid through around the smokes, like you said, cracking the smoke around the edge, grabbing kills here and there. That one round he peeked into window into all mid, got all that information, and now in a 2-on-5, I mean, Coast is basically locked out. They've done no damage. Right when they're on the brink of resetting the economy of 3-Sup, I mean, 3-Sup just survives so far. It looks like they might come out of this with all 5 players alive.
Yeah, and that's the big thing right now is that they're just going to walk into the B-bomb site here, and Kiko's going to be able to spot him from spools. He's going to fall back and bide his time a little bit, but that Molotov is going to cut off the avenue of attack. And ooh, nice shot from Dumore. And there's the nade to follow, but Arya's got the AWP from CT spawn, and with no smoke there, it's going to be very difficult for Dumore to do anything. He's going to try to at least get the bomb plant, and he does just that. So it's a little bit of a win there at the end of that round, but unfortunately, Team Coast, they're getting shut down in these gun rounds, and it's shut down in a big way. 3 alive at the end of the round, and Arya with the AWP still.
Yeah, now this is looking scary for Coast, because they've had their opportunities to win some rounds. You know, you think back to the pistol round, you think to that last round and that great B execute, and now we can see there's a pause out of Team Coast, because they're not winning these, they're not converting rounds that they should, and all of a sudden, it's so very near being evened up. And Coast is going to be furious if they let that good first half go to waste.
Yeah, because now things are starting to really get scary for Coast. They're on that infinite money buy right now because they've lost 6 in a row. They haven't even won a single round thus far on the second half, and they're going to be able to buy up the AKs. Do they decide to go towards the A bomb site? They've had a little bit of more luck trying to get in towards A versus B, I feel, at least getting up towards mid, but Abe has just been stalwart. He's 22 and 15. I mean, he's doing a sensational job. I mean, again, Kiko sitting at 4 and 19, so really it's Abe picking up the paces here and really getting a lot of frags on the board this matchup, which is good to see because the last match that they played against Luminosity didn't look very good.
No, not at all. And I mean, to even, you know, they got beat up a little bit in the first half, and to come back from that right now is huge for them. And like I said, a lot of this is going on to Abe. He's at 22 and 15 right now, so he's carrying a lot of weight for his squad. But it'll be interesting to see how Coast changes things up coming out of this pause, what they're going over right now, where they think the weakness is, and this should be another full buy out of them. They have a lot of money. They have the full losing bonus built up.
And there you go. It's going to be all AKs across the board for him, but Arya trying to do something with the AWPs. Looking like he wants to favor, well, maybe going for a quick pick down mid. And this is not a bad decision from him because he's not going to be fighting a scoped rifle over in that area. So we'll see where he decides to go. Well, smoke blooms, but that's going to give him the opportunity to push into these apartment hallways. He gets spotted on the cross, so they know that he's aggressive. So a little bit of information on both sides being gathered. Nice flashbang around the corner, flushes him out, and he's going to fall back.
Very, very slow to Team Coast. They haven't even taken banana control as we've seen them do in the past. They're being patient, waiting for any kind of aggression out towards car. And now that they haven't spotted it, they're just going to be able to walk up.
That's not a bad strategy. The smoke does go out towards B. That's going to be at 1:05, so that'll last until about 55 seconds or 50 seconds. So they'll start fading here in a second. They do have Drake pushed up there, and he's going to be a little bit aggressive over towards that B-bomb site, but the bomb is rotating its way back towards A. Another smoke comes out towards the B-bomb site again to cordon that off at 46 seconds. So going to chip even more time away on the clock, but that hit is going to be coming towards A. And look at how passive the CTs are at the A-bomb site. Smoke goes over the top. That rotates one. And that's a great draw. They're going to get full arch control, push on up. Molotov comes around, but it's going to be too late. They're just going to push on in, and they might be able to catch one over here. That's Arya in Graveyard. He's all by himself. He's going to be able to find the first frag with Stanislav, and Invert going to be able to trade that one out. And that's going to be the bomb site completely open for business now for the Coast side. This is the first good-looking round that we've seen from them in a while after that 5v3 that they ended up squandering. Now they've got good chance to get post-plant positioning and see if they can capitalize once again.
Yeah, they should be able to, and this is just going to be a save call out of 3-Sup, so they're going to save these guns into the next round so they can drop some for more utility. This is a pretty solid call out of them. That one smoke over towards B, you're exactly right. It just pulled Abe away for just 5-10 steps, but that's just too far. He gets smoked out in the choke point and archway and on library, so free entrance in a wrap side, but there he is getting one more kill at the end. He's going to fall away. He's getting hunted down a little bit, so he's got to be careful, but either way, good round for Team Coast to finally get on the board in the second half. They're going to have to build on that because there's still a pretty decent economy on the CT side, but this is going to be the crucial round.
Yeah, like you said, this is really the big money round right here. Whoever wins this is going to break the bank of the other squad, and then it's really going to be a toss-up from there. 3-Sup, they could tie it up. Team Coast, they could go up to tie point. And now we see Invert actually with the AWP. So this is the first time that we've seen him pick up the big green here on the terrorist side of Inferno, and he's going to find Arya in mid. Brilliant opening pick here for the Team Coast side. So whatever they talked about in that pause, it's working for him so far.
Yeah, it really is. Good advantage found so far into Arya, and still no progression up the banana quite yet. Now they're just going to walk up when they see no aggression. Kiko's holding his smoke for as long as possible. Jason R's got a smoke and a Molotov behind this. They're going to try and hold off till 1 minute. But actually, Coast might just walk in on this with no smoke here. There, one finally goes down, but Drake's already passed it. Kiko's got a nade out. He's not ready whatsoever. And he gets taken out for free, so miscommunication. Now Jason R, where's he going to go? He's got to win this fight against Dumore, and he's not. So all of a sudden, this is a round where 3-Sup just immediately needs to make a save call.
Yeah, and that was great. I mean, an opening pick going from Invert onto Arya, and that just ruined everything. What a great call there. Just walking in, no smoke down. What was it, 55 seconds left on the clock, and they hadn't even put one smoke down in the B-bomb site. And by the time that they realized the error of their ways, there was already 2 casualties over in that B-bomb site. So really, really difficult times for 3-Sup on this CT side now, as whatever they talked about is doing well. Davey is going to be able to find one. Is he going to be able to find another one? This nades are going to rain in towards the pit. Not going to find any damage just yet, but jumping up on the car, they should be able to take him down, and they do. So only one rifle being saved all the way in terrorist spawn by Abe.
Yeah, that B defense was just miscommunication. I mean, both players at the B bomb site take their eyes off the choke point, and that allows Coast to just basically walk in. Once that they throw the smoke out, and they assume no one's going to even be in that choke point, but Drake manages to beat it and gets a free kill.
And not only that, but Dumore with the extra aggression, going to find that pick onto Jason R and CT spawn. So they cleared everything out immediately getting into that B-bomb site. They left nothing to chance. And here's that save that we were talking about, 3-Sup, and we can see Team Coast go up to a 14-10 scoreline.
Yeah, this comeback looking really dire at the moment, but Drake's in a lot of trouble. He's got to fall away from this completely. 20 HP, Invert's there to cover him with the AWP. There's still 3 more pushing down. That's where the M4 is as well. It's behind this push, but Coast isn't going to get sucked into it. Look how patiently they're playing. They know there's aggression down there. They're not moving. They're waiting for any more to get a couple more free kills.
Yeah, and Invert hiding behind this smoke with the AWP. Might be able to find Jason R if he goes underneath of the arches there, but there you go. He's going to fall on off, and the hit is going to come towards the A-bomb site. They've only got one player defending here, and that's going to be Davey. Really tough spot for him to be in. And look at this, they're actually going to push back in, and there's a nice shot from Jason R. He's going to be able to get a second one, and Dumore is finally able to trade him, so we're on a 3v3. They're going to push right in towards the B-bomb site, and this is where 2 players are playing for 3-Sup, and one of them happens to be Abe with that M4 in hand, and if he can do the damage, if Kiko can bait properly for him and turn their heads, then this could be huge for Abe. He's going to be able to find one, look for the second one. He's not going to be able to find it. Gets dinked through the wall. Stanislav extremely low, 16 HP, bomb on his back. And it is going to be a duel here, and Stanislav finds his way into CT. They're going to go for a little bit of a pinch here, but Abe's going to be able to catch him shoulder peeking, but he's not able to finish out the round. Draw Soul finishes it off, 14-10, and 3-Sup. They got one more crack at this.
Yeah, smart play from Stanislav there just to stay alive, not take that battle too soon. Keep Abe out in the open as long as possible as Drossel comes around the corner, and Abe's at 25-16. He's the only one really putting in work at the moment for 3-Sup, but he can't pull that one out. But yeah, now this is that desperate buy here. It's pretty solid buy as well. 4 M4s, they have a lot of utility. They've got 4 kits as well, so it's not like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel for cash here. They've got some decent money, but they're still down 4 rounds.
And again, look at this. They've got a pretty standard setup here on the CT side, as 3 of them are going to be playing over at the A bomb site, 1 on balcony, 1 on truck, but it's a quick push towards mid. You can see bracket control already up for the CT side, but it's Abe with 1, and significant damage on a draw soul. Davies going to be able to clean that one up, but Dumore trades it out immediately afterwards, and this is going to be all on Jason R. What can he do? Nothing. Dumore just completely annihilates him. It's a 3-on-2. Arya and Kiko trying to make something happen, but Invert's got plans with that AWP. The nade comes around the corner, does the good damage, but there it is. Invert and Drake are going to finish him off, and now we're at match point for Team Coast, 15-10, and it's a horrific situation for 3-sub.
Yeah, and what a pause that was taken. And Coast just talks things over, recenters themselves. Now we're seeing all these situationals, these post plants that they were losing early on in this half. They're starting to win them now. So 3-sub makes a good bid for a comeback, but they're falling flat here in the home stretch. And Coast at match point feeling very comfortable going against 3 FAMASs, a Mag 7, and a pistol. A very weak buy.
And again, they're going to go very aggressive down Banana, and Drake is going to chip a little bit of health away from that player, Arya, who doesn't even have armor, so that aim punch could annihilate him, but it doesn't really matter. He's not even going to get a chance to get aim punched, as Invert just completely destroys him with the AWP. So there's that opening pick again. And how many times have we seen Invert actually op down Arya at the beginning of a round? I think it's happened 3 or 4 times in the last couple of rounds here.
Yeah, I mean, it's back to that point now where 3-sub is just basically, you can almost say they're playing a man down from the beginning because they've been losing all these opening duels where their success early on was Abe finding an opening pick. He's going to get another one here. Free one on a Stanislaw. He's even going to swing out wider, grab a second one, and he gets away. So Abe not letting up just yet. And there's Davey with the shotgun, executing Draw Soul. Nothing left for the last 2 players of Coast to do but hit the bomb site. Hope they can find a kill here on Kiko, who's over at Oranges, but they can't do it. The FAMAS comes up huge, and Invert with the AWP, last one left, jumps through the smoke, but nothing really to find. I mean, he could find an empty A bomb site, but gets a plant and he's going to lose it.
Well, Davey's a little bit savvy to this right now. I think that they know that he kind of worked his way in there, and they've actually got Abe sticking around at that A bomb site too. So really kind of an unwinnable situation here for Invert unless he does something real special. Davey in Graveyard, he's going to get a line of sight on him as soon as he comes around the corner here. So this is going to be pretty much an impossible setup for him unless Invert spots this one out, and he's not going to turn in time. Davey takes him down, so 3-sub live to fight another day, but they've got to save 3 more match points here. Or 4 more match points, pardon me.
Yeah, but they have the economy low. If they can win this one, that's going to force at least a save out of Coast, at least 1 round save, depending on if there's a plan or not. So, I mean, they can find a way to even this score up or get it closer if they can salvage this one last round. There's no op this time on the Coast. Arya does have his. He's taking that over towards the B bomb site. He's going to get aggressive out towards Car.
And I don't think that's a bad idea for him because they've really not gone for that kind of an aggression with an AWP so far in this matchup. He's tried to go for the mid picks, and he's gotten shut down by Invert in the past, and now it's going to be looking for that boost over top of the potted plant, and they're not going to find anything just yet, but let's see what they decide to do here. Drake down there at the bottom side of T-ramp. Very passive setup here from the terrorist side.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they've been doing ever since that pause. They play things a little bit slower early on, look for any kind of aggression, and they're not finding any.
And look at this, absolutely no map control yet for the terrorist side. They're just taking their time on this one. 60 seconds left on the clock. It's ticking down. Where are they going to go? They had success at the A bomb site the last time that they tried to go in there. Is that where they figure they want to favor again? Abe has been so strong. He's 28-17 right now, leading the charge for his team. Really kind of carrying Kiko and Arya right now as they've got a combined 16 frags. Unconventional for those 2 players.
Yeah, and 3-sub feeling very nervous. Kiko starts to rotate that one smoke, baits a nade out. But no aggression on this B hit from Team Coast. They're just trying to bait some nades before they do a re-execute. 4 members over there. There's going to be a 5th one quickly. And Dumore is going to be the one leading the way. He gets picked off by Arya. No smoke to block him off, but Spools. Arya, he gets dinked. He falls back, but there's Kiko coming in from spawn, grabbing one. 2 for 2 trade. It's now a 3-on-3. Bombs getting planted. It's a retake situation for 3-sub.
And this is a really bad spot for 3-sub to be in because all of the remaining terrorists are relatively healthy on their HP pools, so Stanislav from Emo, and they've got one in Banana. That's going to be Drake to find one. That's a very aggressive push, and he's going to find a second one. It's all down to Abe, the superstar for the CT side. He's going to push on in. He's not going to be able to make it happen. 16-11 is going to be your final score as Team Coast go 2 for 2 tonight, able to take down both Follow Esports and 3Sub.
Yeah, a good night for Coast. Looking very, very good on Inferno in that opening match. Had a little bit of a struggle in the second one. They had some tough spots, but that pause was a really well taken pause. Ever since then, they just they won out basically. So very cool to see them make some adjustments in the middle portion of that half when they were struggling, and then just win it out from there. But either way, I mean, you got to say 3Sub, those 2 matches that they just put out for us tonight. I mean, that's scary. And this is a team that last season they started out 0-6, ended the season 8-8. But I mean, they can't get out to another slow start like that. They can't afford to have these huge losses. I mean, these are the matches they need to pick up, because when you have Liquid coming back, when you have Cloud9 coming back, when you have CLG coming back, those are matches where they're heavy underdogs.
Yeah, and that's really the big thing, is those are matches that really you don't expect them to win. So they need to be able to pick up these matches on these move up teams, on these teams that are new to the pro league, like Enemy and Team Coast. I mean, it's just they can't, like you said, they can't get off to that slow start again, because once these other teams come back, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to maintain any kind of an onslaught of wins, you know.
Yeah, that's going to be their struggle. And those are 2 huge losses tonight. I mean, that cash match was just an obliteration. So they're sitting at 1-2 now. And actually, Coast is up there at 3-3. I mean, that's a little bit skewed because they've played the most games out of everyone in the Pro League. They played 6. So once these teams start catching up, they're gonna fall down. For instance, Luminosity, that was their first match tonight. Cloud9's only played 2 matches. So you'd expect those teams to rise up the standings as the matches equalize throughout the season.
Yes, indeed. So for us here at ESEA and ESL and the Pro League division, we wish you guys a fantastic rest of the evening or good morning, depending on what part of the country or world you're from. And that's going to do it. So make sure to follow us on Twitter at JMosesOT and at MegamanTV. Definitely appreciate all of that to stay updated on all of the coverage that we're going to be bringing you guys this season. And that's going to be it for the evening, guys. You all have a fantastic night. That's going to be it for the week as well. With this tournament going on, we're not going to have any more matches for you this week. So join us this next week for some more Pro League coverage, and we'll see you guys there.